One of the most biggest questions that a lot of people always ask when you're starting to build your funnel is, okay, what goes in the footer section? And it's really hard to tell because the footer section, some people put their logos over there, but most likely you will see over there your terms and conditions, your privacy, and a few other kind of legalities over there. And I say that is a little bit harder because everything depends on where you're doing business. If you're doing business in the US, you have to follow certain rules. If you are doing business in Europe, for example, you're gonna have to follow other rules. So, to make things really easy and not having just paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs, we're gonna do the following. We're gonna come over here. I'm actually gonna add a new page over here. Let's say, I don't know, let's call it page. Yeah, like it's kind of late right now where I'm filming it. So I don't have too much thought over there. So let's put a page over there. And why I doing all these things? Because I want to just get one of the templates out there. So I don't know, let's select a template in the product launch because usually those are the ones that have more content there. And I don't know, let's select the first one. So let's select this template. And this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna build our footer and we're gonna save it. So every time that we create a new page, we don't have to start from scratch. We bring it from our saved templates. So let me show you how. So I came over here because I don't want to build something from scratch. If it's already built over there, I'm just gonna reuse it. So let's hope this one have it. I haven't looked at it, but most likely they're gonna have something. Perfect, they have something here. So over here, we're gonna change the logo. We're gonna put our logo that we already have saved, right? Maybe that's a little bit too big, so we're gonna adjust the space. So let's say 150 maybe, that sounds good. And then we're gonna change this one. Of course, it's not company name. It's called ClickFunnels for beginners, right? And then we're in 2019, so we're gonna change to 2019 over here. And we're gonna create a little bit of a space from the logo so it's not too close. And then we have our privacy, terms and conditions, and disclaimer. So let me actually move a little bit upper. I feel that it's too down. Now right now there's no links over there, it's just text. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put over here a link to our page, our privacy policy page. But we don't have it right now, so we're gonna add that later on. One of the things that I want to explain over there is what each one means. Privacy policy means basically you're gonna have to have a policy somewhere that is publicly available where you talk about your privacy settings. What you're gonna do with all the information that you collect from people, either if it's directly from them on, let's say, emails that you're asking them, or it could be also cookies. You're collecting their cookies over there in your browser. What are they doing? All these things that are related to privacy, you're gonna be covering over there, how you're gonna be managing and handling that information. Now, remember, I know that right now it feels like, oh, now I have to worry about handling information, everything. Everything is related to the system. ClickFunnels do most of the work, and we're gonna take a look at that. But most of that is related to that system. Terms and conditions are a little bit more broad. Terms and conditions are basically, hey, here's basically how our website or our site or our funnel works. And this is what we're planning to do in terms of specific areas. And we're gonna look at those areas. Disclaimer, you don't have to have it unless you are presenting something like, hey, make $1 million in 10 months. So you have to have a disclaimer over there, especially if you have testimonials, putting something like, I don't know if probably you've seen it before, something like, hey, these cases are not typical cases, yours may vary. Or for example, if you're doing investments, right, you're gonna have a disclaimer over there saying, hey, actually you could lose money, it's not guaranteed, etc., etc. Now, I'm not gonna go through all of that because everything depends on the industry that you are. It's even more broader than privacy policy and terms and conditions. So for right now, I'm just gonna remove it over here. And I'm just gonna leave it here. Now, before I even save everything, let's say for example, yeah, I really like that gray over there. It looks nice. I would like to have this footer everywhere in all my pages. Now, we have to create these links, because if I save it right now, I still have to go over here and add the link every time when I take it out. So what I'm gonna do over here, I'm gonna go to ClickFunnels. So let's go over here, and we are going to create another funnel, which basically are gonna be these pages, and it's gonna be a tricky funnel. So follow me on this one. This is not gonna be a funnel where you're gonna have a button saying, hey, buy this one, go to this lead. It's basically gonna simulate almost like a website where we're gonna have a page that we're gonna direct them. So actually I'm gonna create this funnel, and actually I want to create a custom funnel. I'm gonna call it the, I don't know, footer pages. Build the funnel. And then what I'm gonna come over here to this terms and conditions template.com. And over here they have a template generation from privacy policy, and they have another one for terms and conditions. I really like it because you can choose over here. So if yours is a business website, personal blog, Facebook page, online store, let's say mine is an online store. So I'll continue over here. I put over there my company. I fill out my information. I put my email address over here, and then I put my phone number. Let's use this one. Let's make sure that we have everything here as they recommended. Perfect. You can add your address over here. You can choose over here the different clauses, right? So you're gonna talk about, okay, the introduction, meaning what the term and conditions are. Cookies, what are cookies? So the term and conditions is explanation of what things are that you are collecting or doing things. So cookies is telling you, hey, this is what cookies mean. This is what we're collecting. Licenses, if you have it. Advertisements, if you're doing it. Disclaimers, we already talked about it. So you say, for example, I don't have licenses. I don't have disclaimers. Mine is a product. If you have user comments, let's say, for example, if you have reviews or something, right? Hyperlinking our content, if you have hyperlinks over there. Iframes, that's also small content if you are redirecting other page inside your page. External links, most likely you're gonna have external links, right? Content, reservation rights, etc. Now, click over here, and we're gonna create our custom title. We're gonna call it terms and conditions. And then get the template. Let's make sure that we fill out this one so they know that we are not a robot, even though it was correct. I don't know, these things sometimes work, sometimes not. Let's hope this works. Oh, over here, yeah, if you want your own terms, here are my custom. Oh, you know what, just remove it. If you don't have your custom terms because you want everything on the template, let's just put it over here. And here we go, everything is over here. We just copy this one, and let's come over here to the template. Remember, we're building something from scratch, right? So what we're gonna do, we are going to select the empty one. Now this one usually is at the bottom, but sometimes it kind of change. Here it is, blank start. So let's select this template. Perfect. And then we're gonna edit, and you can get creative over here. You can add a few other things to make it nicer and all of that. What I'm gonna be doing over here, I'm just gonna go on the easy way. I'm gonna come all the way down here, custom JS HTML. Gonna click it here, open the editor, and I'm gonna paste everything that was over there because all of that was an HTML. And then click, and you cannot see anything over here, but if you save it, and then let's put over here terms and conditions. Let's remove those other things that we don't need. So we save this one, and then we preview it. That's when you're gonna be able to see all your terms and conditions. Perfect, right? You don't have to do anything. It looks even nicer, just like that. You can add a few other stars and everything. Now let's exit from here, and we are going to change this one because this is kind of like a weird thing. So let's go again to templates, the same type of settings that you're gonna go in a regular funnel. we're gonna put our domain over here, right? ClickFunnels for beginners. The path, I don't care too much about the path because we're gonna have two different pages. We're gonna have one for the terms and conditions and the other one for privacy. So we come over here to publishing, and that's when we can customize the URL for this specific one. And we're gonna call it, to make a little bit more sense, terms and conditions. And we're gonna update it. And let's wait, and let's see, this will be now your URL, go.cfforbeginners.com/terms and conditions. We're gonna copy this URL and we're gonna come over here to our previous one, right? Terms and conditions. Let's select this one, put a hyperlink, remove the hashtag, paste this one, open a new page, the color that you want it to be, like it, perfect. Same thing you can do with privacy policy. You will create here a new step. Remember, there's no buttons over here or nothing, so they're not gonna go to the next step. We're just creating a page over here. You create your privacy and policy, and that's it. Let's say you already have everything, you like this footer. You come over here and click save. And in save, that's when you're gonna click and say, for example, footer area, save as personal template. Now, how you use your personal template? Let me delete this one. Let's say you're building your page and everything, and it's time for you to add the footer. So I come over here, click on section, and I click my sections. And I can see over here my footer area. Click it there, we load, and here it is. Perfectly. So now you're gonna have a consistent footer in every single page, because imagine if you have to build your footer every single page. Well, you can apply the same thing for any other pages. For example, if you want to have a header over here and you want to reuse that header in different pages, well, you can do the same thing and save it as a template. So that's basically everything. Now, one last thing that a lot of people have asked me too is about Facebook. So if you look at Facebook, when you click on advertising, I don't know if you've seen something like this. This site is not part of Facebook website, Facebook Inc. Additionally, it is not endorsed by Facebook in any way. Facebook is a trademark of Facebook Inc. Now, this is definitely something that you should have on your footer over here. So probably after you put all of that, you can add over here a paragraph where you can add that disclaimer on Facebook. Now, that disclaimer on Facebook is only on the first page that you will go after you click on Facebook advertising. So you have your advertising in Facebook, it says click over here to show up with everything. The first page that is showing should have this. That's basically part of the terms and conditions from Facebook. Facebook tells you that, hey, if you're advertising something and you're diverting the person to a page that is your own, you have to make sure that it's clear that that page is not endorsed, managed, or Facebook don't have anything to do with that page, content, or anything that you are advertising. So on a way, is basically Facebook is trying to protect themselves to make sure that, hey, if something happened to you, is not following up to Facebook. So I've seen sometimes if you don't have these things, Facebook sometimes may deny your advertising, and you may be wondering why. Well, some cases is because you don't have this. And that's basically everything that have to do with the footer. So I hope you the best, and we'll see you on the next video.